Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. Thanks so much for tuning in. These videos are a lot of fun to make, and I love sitting and talking to God about what should be on our minds today and what should be something that we talk about. And this week, I want to acknowledge something. I want to acknowledge just the importance of all of you as volunteers. And a lot of the inspiration comes from hurting, I guess, is a way to approach it. So really what I mean is that when we're serving, it could leave us with physical and emotional scars, emotional and physical things that are on us and within us. And so I just want to make sure that I'm acknowledging everyone who serves for just the sacrifice of serving that they put on, and just what it really does. And I just want to kind of go through some of these things because I want everyone to know that you are 100% seen, you are 100% heard, and we appreciate so much all the efforts that you do. And so again, just knowing that serving can be hard. It can be really tough work. And sometimes we do things that don't seem like a whole lot of fun, right? We could walk away with scars or be hurt by it, emotionally and physically. Just a couple of examples would be like you can go home with a burn or a cut on your skin, right? From having cooked or having made something or prepared something. You could go home smelling like food, like a lot of us do. You could have stains on your clothing or be wet from doing dishes, and talking about the emotional aspect of it, like some of us, a lot of us care so much about the serving that we do. And then if we're not appreciated or acknowledged in a certain way, we may walk away feeling a little resentment or a little unseen and unheard. The things that we do are, we feel like might just be, oh, we're just doing work, we're just doing dishes, we're restocking, we're cleaning. It's not fairy tale stuff, right? Like we're not. You think to yourself, oh, I can't be changing lives just by doing dishes. And I really want to clear the air on this and remind everyone that what you do matters immeasurably. And I want to go into, I really want to unpack all of this, just because I know some of us, and it's a true reality of working in food services really anywhere. And it's a reality of what we do in ministry. It's not just in ministry. It's not just at our church. It happens basically everywhere in hospitality, where we could feel like, or we could get into a rut of like where we're feeling like what we do doesn't matter or it's not appreciated. And it's certainly something like, I just want to clear the air on that, that we do have, tough work to do. And sometimes it may not be fun. And I just want to reemphasize that doing dishes and cooking and cleaning and doing what feels like really hard work, taking out the trash, right? Stuff that's not quite fun. That's not all that it is. And I really want to look at it from a different lens. We're in the Genesis series right now, and I want to talk about how what we do is really living out God's purpose that he gave us. Genesis 2:15, and I'll read it real quick. Let me open up my Bible real quick. Basically, God created man, and then he put him in the garden, and he said, you will tend to the garden and all of the plants. And let me read verbatim NIV version. The Lord God took man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. Now, if anyone has gardened, if anyone does that, it's not. Let me tell you, I got a cactus for Christmas from a friend, and it's doing all right. it's a cactus. Those things don't need very much, and I'm worried about it. Like it's gardening is not easy, and let's be real. Don't we think maybe Adam at one point was like, oh no, I just want to sit around and have Eve feed me grapes all day. I want to sit around and have like the animals just come to me. Like, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it wasn't really a lavish responsibility that he was given. But yet that was the purpose God gave man. And so I just want to again reiterate that sometimes we're put in spots, or we're put in positions, or we're asked to do things that don't necessarily seem like a whole lot of fun. And I would just want to acknowledge that. I love you guys for showing up every single week, doing the same thing that may not seem so fun to a lot of people, and may, at some point give you a feeling of like, hey, this isn't so much fun and I don't feel appreciated for it. I want you to know 100% you are heard, you are seen. Those feelings come in my heart and my mind as well. A lot of times it's something when I'm training a new food services person, I try to make sure that they understand, hey, these feelings are going to come. You got to be ready for them. You got to be ready to put on the armor of God when those feelings start coming. And so how do we remember that I'm doing God's work, that I'm like, what kind of tips, Michelle, can I follow? Because again, like I said, these things happen to me too. And this is what I do. I pray and I ask God to just remind me. God, remind me that this is the purpose you have for me. This is why you gave me the tasks and talents that I have. Because I do. We all have different talents and we all have different strengths and different weaknesses. And God's like, no, I'm going to put you here on purpose. And I have to remember that, oh, God said that that's what he wants me to do. That is enough for me. We have to remember that everything happens for a reason, right? God is always trying to work through you. And what better honor is it to know myself as a vessel for him? Remember that you are wonderfully made in his image, and you are made for great things. That is his purpose for you. Remember that the efforts you do make are so that your church is a safe and welcoming space for other Christians who want to come here and worship. Just know that if things didn't get restocked and things were not clean, that it becomes a space that no one really wants to be in. And that is like, if there's one thing I've said on these videos a bunch of times is how proud and how good it feels to have a church that is organized and clean and safe for us. And it just, yeah, I can't reiterate that enough. That just what you do matters so much. So for anyone who's feeling a little down or a little overwhelmed or what have you, you guys know I've been feeling especially overwhelmed right before the holidays. Just a lot of these different things that we're supposed to be doing and we're supposed to be doing happily. It's okay to have those feelings come in. Just remember God gave you a purpose and that we can't do it without you. So love you guys so, so much. We see you, we appreciate you, and we're here, right? If you've got those kinds of feelings, Jake and I, we love to talk to you guys, and we'd love it if you pull us aside and said, hey, I'm having these kinds of feelings. These are big feelings. They are normal. And we want to talk about it, and we want to let it out, and we want to, again, reiterate the fact that you are seen, you are heard, you are appreciated, and we're right there with you. Love you guys. Hope to see you this weekend, and tune in next week because Jake has some really cool ideas for devotionals over the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to turn it over to him for a little bit, and let you, I'm going to let him, kind of talk to you about it. Again, talking about serving, right? And like the hurt and the marks that come with that. And if anyone's interested in going on a mission trip, again, it's something that like we get good and bad, scars or marks that are left on us from serving. just talking about, it's been on my mind a lot lately, about mission trips, and just thinking about my next mission trip. And hey, like, I want to throw it out to you guys. Who wants to go on a mission trip? Who's interested in doing something that's just a little different, serve in a different way, and maybe serve abroad, maybe serve here locally? I would really love to see what everyone feels about that, because where I was talking earlier about like the negative emotional and physical feelings we get sometimes with serving, when I was in Austria, and you guys know this, I came back and like the emotional and physical marks I came back with were just amazing. Like the good ones, right? Like I left there feeling like I really made a contribution, and I really made things matter, and I made some really amazing connections, and met some really amazing people who just work so hard for the Lord. If you're thinking that like what we do is so hard, like you should see what we had to do in Austria, and what the work we have to do while we're at any mission trip, really. On that subject, right now, Jake is actually Jake and the students team are on their way to Mexico on a missions trip. They're going to be building homes. So again, like thinking about like, hey, like that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, right? It doesn't sound like, it's unicorns and rainbows. Like it really isn't. But guess what? It is what God has asked us to do. It's the talents that He has given us. He's given us the ability and the purpose and the things that we need to accomplish those things. And we should just go for it. And we should be so glad to do it. We should be doing it for God and not for ourselves and not for anyone else. It really should just be for God, and we give Him the glory. So He will be back this week, but will not be around this weekend. So watch out for that. But when he comes back, he is ready for another series with you guys. Can't wait to see you guys this weekend. We'll talk to you soon.